Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Goins, with Move That Mindset Mountain Monday. Thank you for joining me. So, this one is just a mindset that comes along when you are more veteran with your teaching. And in general, it comes along in most relationships, even outside of education, but you just get kind of complacent and stagnant and where you are in your career, in your life, in your relationships. And so you just feel like when something is hard and requires change, you're too old to do it. So the mindset we're going to move today is I'm too old to grow and change. That is so not true because when you are forced into the situation, when it comes to people you love, when it comes to a job you need, you will change, because it's under somebody else's mandate. And you can't be too old, or it's kind of like the rule of evolution. Then you can't survive. It's like natural selection. So, in general, that is a mindset that you can't entertain because growth and change is part of the progress. And as the world and our society is growing and changing, you have two choices to either be part of the change or to be stomped and left behind. And so, for me, that's why I started this micro school. In fact, I've, got my learning center keys, which meant that I had to transition my school age classroom out of my current classroom. We're doing it to move my preschoolers into my bigger classroom, move some of my stuff to the learning center already. So we're chilling in our community with like a new classroom setup. And the kids don't even know that they're going to have a new classroom set up because we don't go to school on Fridays. And so I just got the keys on Friday, but I knew that I was going to have to start making some moves. So the kids nowadays, especially after COVID, growth and change, like constantly, we're forced into it. And a lot of us too, in relationship, are forced into growth and change, even based on like life changes with individuals. And so it's important that we embrace it. So the mindset you're going to bust is I'm too old to grow and change. How you're going to bust it, of course, is our self strategy. So let's go ahead and review that. So you're going to say the pain out loud. You're not going to suppress it. You're going to embrace empathy for others. No need for any pride here because we can process that mindset and it can help us care for others who kind of struggle with it too. Listen to ourselves and learn how to socialize. And then we're going to free ourselves to have fun with the process. So move that. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm not too old. I'm 41 years old. I'm not too old to grow and change. In fact, I have a lot of little minions, including my biological minions and student minions who are still watching me. And I need them to welcome growth and change in their life to be successful. That's kind of my empathy with others, is that I know change is really hard. And it's not something that you want to do. It's very uncomfortable. But growing requires change sometimes. And I know, at least in my heart, that God calls us to grow towards our purpose and to grow towards our potential. And it's going to require some change in the mix. Knowing that change is hard, I am going to just be very cognizant to listen to myself. If I can listen to myself in the changes, like I need to take a deep breath. If I am honest with myself and saying I'm overwhelmed right now, I just need a minute. Sometimes that means like when everyone's talking to me at one time, I need to go to a spot that's by myself. Just give me a minute. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Just give me some quiet space for a minute. It means I need to tell someone. I might need to tell someone, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. And then it needs to be that encouraging person that's going to be like, it's okay. This change is necessary. It's okay for you to feel overwhelmed. And today, my friend who I told was like, well, if you didn't feel overwhelmed, then, God wouldn't meet you there. And you need him to meet you there because this is kind of a fast turnaround. And so I needed that encouragement or truth. So to me, to empathize with other people means that I'm going to acknowledge that change is hard. I'm going to acknowledge that they're probably going to need encouragement. I'm going to acknowledge that the encouragement may not even be words. It might just be prayers and presence. I'm going to listen to myself, just my own feelings in the mix. I'm listening to myself about like the to-dos and how to manage it psychologically, just kind of how to manage the stress. But then I'm going to learn how to socialize. I'm not going to isolate myself because I feel overwhelmed. I'm not going to kind of stew on it and throw myself a pity party, because in general, anything that I do that is a good self-care habit, I need to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that still is healthy in relationship with others. So like I said, I'm going to tell someone I trust who's in this process with me, that I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm going to hear their encouragements. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to encourage those that feel overwhelmed with me to do the same. And then the last thing is I'm just going to have fun with the process. I cannot fear that I'm in the process. That's like the first step for me who overthinks things, to have fun. I cannot fear the process. I'm just going to have to realize that, yes, I'm on the roller coaster cart, but I'm in for the ride. And so I'm going to have fun through the process, whatever come what may. And that it may not be perfect, but I'm still going to find my way. So again, the mindset mountain that you're pushing today is you're never too old to grow and change. That's important in education. You find, I remember doing the Young Life teenagers, and they'd be like, yeah, so-and-so is my teacher. She's been there for years. She's just there for the job. She just hates it. Well, don't grow cold. Just know that you can grow and change, that you have potential just like your students, and that the world still needs you. And so for you to be your full self, just embrace it. And age is but a number. So don't let that limit you. All right. Have a great night. Bye.